Hello, this is Greg from Mystery Honey.
I've had another query. I was asked about brood, and does the queen lay all the way through winter? And the answer is no. She does something called a brood break. During winter, it gets very, very cold and very wet, and the bees like to conserve their energy. They do this to conserve their stores, because bees only have a certain amount of honey inside their hive. Now, if it's an owned hive, like something I own, I can always put fondant on top, but the bees don't know that. To conserve the energy, the queen stops laying. She just sits there and is kept warm by all of her girls. This can last from, a week to even a couple of months, depending on what the weather's like. And it's the perfect time to treat for varroa. Varroa mites are the scourge of beekeeping. They feast upon the bee's larvae, their young, and then they multiply, and then once the bee emerges, probably weakened from the feast, the mites go and jump into another cell with another larvae, and it's a great way of spreading disease among a hive. And every single beehive, probably across Europe, has varroa mites in it. The annoying thing is that when the varroa is actually eating the blood of the larvae, it's usually a capped larvae, and it's very hard to get to with any sort of treatments. Only very strong sorts of treatments can get through the wax cappings, so these usually come with other issues like queen death or all the larvae just being killed, so it's not great. But during a brood break, there are no wax cappings protecting the poor varroa. They're all on the backs of bees. Which means that if you do an oxalic vaporization, it means that all those mites, they're going to get hit, which in essence can reset a colony to almost zero mites. This means that they'll be coming into spring with like maybe 1 or 2 mites rather than hundreds of mites, and it means that they've got a really good chance of expanding and doing really well. There are 2 types of brood break. There's one that is natural, like happens in winter, or you can do a forced one, which means that you usually cage the queen. I've done it a couple of times. It's not great success. And what that means is that there's no more brood being laid, so it means all the varroa mites are on the backs of the bees, and you can do a proper treatment then. Not just oxalic vapes, but like Formic Pro and all sorts. Anyway, I hope that answered your question. So yes, the queen does stop laying in winter for a few weeks to a month, and then she'll slowly start laying eggs again, closer it gets to spring. Love you, bye.